Ah, I'll never forget the first time meet our new contact from strolling on one of our top 5 customers. I had traveled to their office to meet him in person, talk about the story of our companies together, and define a shared vision for future cooperation. I want to focus on building a good relationship with him, which would be a good foundation for working together. So when we meet, I want to make a good impression and also show him respect. I greet him with a handshake and addressed him by his surname. When I put my hand out, I realized he had been moving in to give me a hug. So we did an awkward mixture of the two. Also, after I greeted him by his surname, he responded politely. Though he used my first name, it was a little uncomfortable. In this situation, I guess I made assumption about the level of formality he expected, even though he had never met me before. He knew our two companies had been doing business with each other for years, and he wanted to build on the history by being less formal with me from the beginning. The real learning here for me was that I should assume you all have the same ideas about meeting people for this time.
For working.
It never worked with a virtual team on a international project before. It was quite exciting. Took also challenged to work with people from different countries, many of whom I would never actually get to meet in person. There were a lot of things there were different about working in the same office, and it was good challenge at the beginning. For example, there were different time zones, different each system, and even different local regulation which impact on what each person was allowed to or able to do for the project. There were also interpersonal differences such as different ways of working, approach to deadline, and when to reply to email. And we should forget the fact that English was the project language and the most people on the team had to work in the language with one's the first opposite of this was that it meant that everyone, including that native English speaker, had to make the effort to communicate clearly and cleverly in their own and everyone else understanding to help use all get on the same page. We define the communication norms and the rule the team will follow, as well the thing that ended line only the document called a team or project charter. It was useful, and in the end the project was a great success. I'm looking forward to working on my next international project. See, I went through a bit of rock patch last year at work. I was already committed to much, and then we lost a team member through restructuring, and I quickly became overloaded. This led to me doing too much overtime and feeling very stressed. My boss was really helpful and she pushed back against the target binge. I used this approach to deal with things affecting me. It helped me to practice some tasks, to do some later, and to drop some completely. I often use this approach now and feel much more in control of my time and workload. D. Have you ever missed a flight or had one cancelled? Did it happen to me last week? My back home from business trip was the last one of this day, and we are told it was going to be delayed They always reach the end of each day. The ground kept standing till until I eventually talked to there again who would organize hotel for everyone and rebook a use on the following day. As soon as they made announcement about the cancellation, I knew I had to think quickly as it would not be likely that the flight would have safety to take everyone from my cancelled flight. I hurried back through the airport and was one of the first to make it to the decks. That turned out to be a good idea as there were only 9 seats available on flight the next morning. Everyone else to fly different airport and continue back to our destination airport in coach looking me right.